Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be having a go at painting my little Rubik's Cube here. So, without further ado, let's get started.
1, 2, what you gonna do? Gonna face truth, it's happening, yeah.
If you're looking to relax and unwind in a fun and creative way, then be sure to check out Star Stuff kits. Lose yourself for hours in a trace and paint kit, or learn to paint a beautiful landscape painting with a Let's Paint kit with everything you need provided, along with a video tutorial presented by yours truly. So if you're looking for a fun activity, a gift for a friend, or simply would like to support me and my content, be sure to check out Star Stuff kits using the link in the description below. Find your space and become a Star Stuff commander today. So a while ago I decided to learn how to master my little Rubik's Cube here, and I quickly learned that this is a pile of rubbish. It's very slow and awkward and clunky to use, so I quickly replaced it with a nice snappy speedy cube, which has kind of left this one redundant. So rather than letting it go to waste, let's just make it pretty. So I think the first step that we're going to need to do is take off all of these stickers and leave just the bare plastic underneath that we can paint onto. So let's get started. So whilst I'm busy with this and probably enjoying it way too much, I'm thinking about what I'm actually going to do with this painting. My thoughts immediately go to different space scenes, one for each side. They're obviously going to have to be different colours, have a different themed, there's like a different colour as the main accent colour for each side. But can't be too complex, have to be fairly simple designs. So I've got some ideas bubbling around, but for now, so satisfying. Okay, now that's done, I think next step is to clean all this off, getting rid of any excess glue from the surface. Then I'm going to give it a base coat of gesso, probably black gesso, just to keep the colour. So I'll see you again once we've done that. Okay, so you may be wondering why I'm painting a black cube black. Don't worry, there is method in the madness. So I'm just giving it a layer of black gesso. This is like a primer paint. It will give a nice surface to put my top coat onto, my actual design, so it sticks nicely and doesn't flake or peel off immediately. Although I quickly realised the brush I was using was leaving far too many horrible streaky brush strokes in the paint, so I used one of my sponges and just dabbed it all over, and it kind of evened out the finish quite nicely. Problem now is, how do I pick up a completely painted cube without getting paint all over my hands? Okay, that's all painted, all nice and black, and I've freed up the sections that were kind of painted together a little bit. So now it still turns as freely as it ever did. And I also remembered I had a nice little stand that will be useful when painting it. Right, so the next step is to get some colour on this bad boy. I don't know, is it a bad boy? I mean, is that a bit of a fair statement? It's an inanimate object. Shut up, Kerry. Right, the plan is to take several kind of complementary colours? No. What are colours that are close to each other on the colour wheel called?
According to UX complex planet. Analogous colors are groups of 3 colors that are next to each other on the color wheel, such as blue, blue, green, and green. Do for a balanced look. They usually match well and create comfortable designs.
Thank you. There we go. Analogous colours. I'm going to use several analogous colours on each side, and then that should give me something interesting to work with, but also make each side kind of different. First side, get some white, some red, some orange, I guess some yellow as well. Actually, changed my mind. I've got paint in my hand already. Wonderful. So I'm just going to do a bit of this and just kind of see what happens. So I'm trying to make like a nebula kind of deal here. It's not really looking like anything much at the moment. There we go, we just painted the whole thing. Right, when in doubt, Pinterest. Okay, scratch this idea, I've just thought of something much better. Rub all this out as though it never happened. Right, we're going to go for like fire, water, ice kind of elemental design. So one, you know, on one side for each element, as it were. So this one's going to be fire, because I've already got the colours here for it. How do I do fire? Pinterest. We're going to come back to that. Right, next up is some Wasser. For this, I'm just going to do some waves. Right, third one, I think we're going to do ice, which I need to make distinct from water. So I'm going to use a lot more white, hope that that works, and a slightly different shade of blue as well. Well, that's shit. Right, I think that is as close to fire as I'm going to get. Right, let's see what we can screw up next. Right, I'm really struggling with these flames. These are not coming out very well at all. But I've got a solution to that. There we go. Problem solved. Oops. No. I will come back to it, give it another pass later on, probably last, because as it turns out I'm not very good at painting fire. Right, this one is going to be sort of a nature leafy based design. This is definitely showing me that I need to get some proper practice in. I've been neglecting my painting. I mean, granted, this isn't the easiest thing to paint onto because I can't rest my hand on anything, and I've got odd shapes all over the place. There we go, that will do. I think they are at least recognisable as leaves. Probably. Get some black, some hue. And this is going to be, oh yes. Big old mountain. Little friend. Not easy. I'm going to put some stars in the sky here. Get some spacey stuff in here somewhere. Whoops. So we've got fire, ice, water, naturey plants, mountains. There was another one I was going to do. I'm sure I'd work this out in my head. Air. That's what I'm going to do. We do... oh yes. We can do a bit of a purpley kind of sunset. No, that's awful. Right, does that kind of look like clouds? Somewhat. Not really. Okay, my nemesis. I'm going to give you one last chance to be good. Otherwise you're going in the bin. Well, you're not going in the bin. Okay, that's not too bad. I'll take it. Just want to have another little go at this. Feel like I can do a better job. I think we are just about getting there. Touch up these mountains a bit. Right. That's as much as I dare do for now, so gonna leave it dry, come back to it later on, fresh eyes, and see if there's any finishing touches need doing. So, well, there we have it. I think I'm happy with that. Now it's dried, and yeah, I don't think there's any little bits I want to neaten up. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get, but it's not too bad. Let's get a close look here. So we've got some fire, we've got some clouds, got some leaves, and some ice, some mountains, Gandalf, and some water. Did I say the clouds? I said the clouds. I think that's it. Yes. So, the only thing that's left to do now is try and make this move again because it's all painted together a bit. And there we go. And then I'm going to... and what I really should do is give this a nice coat of lacquer, because especially if I'm going to be handling this, the paint will eventually rub off my hands. But I'm afraid if I do that, then I will never get this moving again, because it's going to get into all the nooks and crannies and dry up, and so it'll effectively work kind of like glue in between all of the segments. So I might do that later, but for now I think I'm just going to mix this thing up and have a go at solving it. That looks actually pretty cool. I like that. How cool does that look? If we're going to do this, we're going to do it properly. Timer ready. So at the moment, I'm hardly a master of this. I can do a Rubik's Cube in roughly 3 minutes with a decent cube that I can actually use without it arguing with me. So with this, if we get anywhere close to 3 minutes, I'll be happy. Right, let's go. So we'll start with the ice. God, this is so much more difficult than a normal cube. because you gotta, yeah, it's just matching up, like you get so used to matching up colours, that matching up pieces of images is a lot more difficult. Right, so we're already at 2 minutes. There we go. Minutes 44. Yeah, that was so much more difficult than just doing it with colours. But a nice challenge actually. I wasn't expecting it to be so much more challenging. There is a weird thing where this cube seems to have, the middle cube seems to have gone sideways. But other than that, perfect. Right. I call that a good job done. And there we have it, one finished Rubik's Cube, all completed again. And this may not be the finest painting that I've ever done, but I don't think that was ever the point. It was just a fun little thing to try. And on top of that, I've got a bit of an extra challenge to have a go at in the future to boot. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll leave you with a nice close-up view of the finished product. But for me, that's all I've got time for. So until next time.
Gonna face truth, it's happening to you.